And as promised this evening, I have David LANDER joining me on the phone in just a minute. Of course, you know him as Squiggy from Laverne and Shirley, but did you know that his formal acting training began at the age of 14, okay? And besides Laverne and Shirley, you know he's been on there. Basically, David appeared on Laverne and Shirley basically over 200 episodes for 7 years, from 1976 to 1983. Also, he has appeared in numerous films, including Who Framed Roger Rabbit, 1941, A League of Their Own, and he's appeared in just a ton of television series, such as The Nanny, Family Matters, Father Dowling, Star Trek, The Next Generation, Married with Children, Matlock, and, of course, my favorite, Saturday Night Live. Before I get him on the phone, I've got to do this right here, though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Schlemiel, Schlemazel, Hasenkamp Incorporated.
We're gonna do it. Give us any chance, we'll take it. Read us any rule, we'll break it. We're gonna make our dreams come true. Doing it our way. Nothing's gonna turn us back now. Straight ahead and on the track now. We're gonna make our dreams come true. Doing it our way. There's nothing we won't try. Never heard the word impossible this time. There's no stopping us. We're gonna do it. On your mark and set and go now. Got a dream and we just know now. We're gonna make that dream come true. And we'll do it our way, yes, our way. Make our dreams come true. And we'll do it our way, yes, our way. Make our dreams come true. For me and you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the listening audience, I present to you David LANDER. How you doing, David?
Fine. I never really liked that song.
You never really liked that?
No, especially the long version of it.
Yeah, I should have had the 12-inch dance remix, man, but
Never heard the word impossible as a lyric.
it's kind of like getting my hands on that Lenny and the Squigtones album on CD,
yeah,
man.
if you played Night After Night or Creature Without a Head or some of our hits.
You know, I tried to find some of that stuff. Is it on CD?
No, I think it's on eBay.
Is it really? So I can probably...
I think so. That's 20th Century Fox had to get a hold of it, and I didn't have a copy. And Casablanca was our record company, and they got bought up by, I guess, Polygram.
Oh, yeah.
So they keep threatening to re-release it on CD, which probably will happen, but I have no idea when.
Well, you know who's going to be the first to play it probably every Sunday, don't you?
Dr. Demento, I guess.
Yeah, hey, one of my mentors, man.
Well, one of your Dementors.
Yeah, hey, that's even better, David.
Yeah.
Well, you know, something I want to ask you that I've wanted to ask you first off is you played Squiggy, and you're known as that, as that character to a lot of people. Does that? I know, obviously, you were stereotyped. Did that hurt your career in any way?
Well, it didn't help. It's strange because you would get offered the same thing to do, and in the beginning, I didn't really like that, so I just said no, I don't want to do it. And then later on, when you have a wife and a kid and a mortgage and MS,
yeah,
and you start accepting a lot of things that you wouldn't accept.
So basically, to keep the meal on the table,
the meal on the table and the insurance to pay for the drugs that I in particular take.
Yeah, that's one thing I have not talked about. But in June of '99, after years of silence, David announced that he has had multiple sclerosis. And you have joined the National Multiple Sclerosis Society as a national ambassador to heighten awareness for the MS cause and, of course, to educate the public that those with MS can have a fulfilling career and, of course, an active life despite having the chronic illness. You're the national spokesman. Does that keep you busy as well as the acting?
Yeah, I find myself going around meeting an awful lot of people who have the same thing I do, which is kind of interesting when you talk to 500 people and you realize that we all have this one thing in common, and this one thing is that we have MS in different forms and different ideas, but the stories, only the names change, but they're all the same. Everybody goes through the same kind of doubt, embarrassment, and, all of the...
Having the public guess what the hell's going on and everything, huh?
Yeah, at times I would cop to the fact that I was an alcoholic before I would say that I have MS.
Really?
Yeah, because alcoholic's curable, and MS isn't. You're just, it would be just basically the paranoia that every actor, I think, has paranoia when he does a part. Like, what if I never get hired again?
Well, you know who's from Peoria, Dave, is Richard Pryor. He's from here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got MS too, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's from Peoria, and a lot of people have brought up the cause of MS around here because of Richard's affiliation with the town, of course.
Well, it'd be interesting to see how many other people in Peoria who's of his generation have got it. Because a lot of times they're trying to, they can't. They say people who are more prone to get MS grew up in a cold climate.
Huh.
And then they look at the ratio of people with MS to people without MS in that area. I mean, like Colorado, for some reason, has like tremendous amount of MS cases.
Now that's bizarre. I never had any idea that was the case. Now you're from New York City originally, right?
Yeah.
Born in Brooklyn?
Well, yeah, I was born in Brooklyn and raised in the Bronx.
No, I got to ask you this too, man. Since this is a music show, I need to ask you. It's driving me nuts. We already brought up Lenny and the Squigtones, of course. You know, everybody that watched Laverne and Shirley was aware of yourself and the Lone Wolf, of course. The band Lenny and the Squigtones. How many albums did you guys release as that band?
Just one.
Okay, now did you guys actually play on the instrument?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're a musician as well, then?
Well, I was playing the squigophone, which is sort of a one-handed bongo. But Michael and I wrote all the songs. All the songs are originals.
Michael McKean, right?
Yeah, and then we would write them in character, because sometimes we'd say, that's a good lyric, but they would never think of it.
Of course, Michael went on to form the band Spinal Tap.
Well, Spinal Tap is interesting because also in the Squigtones was Chris Guest, who unveiled Nigel Tufnell.
Oh, yeah?
In the Squigtones.
Oh, I see.
And,
so that was like the original Nigel?
Yeah, we hired actors to be in the band with the thought that they would do characters as well as us. So you would see the concert, and you'd get like a little story that Squiggy was very pissed off at everybody, but you'd meet the people in the band, and we had a Swedish the guy who played the organ. We had Nigel Tufnell who played lead guitar, and we had some interesting characters.
Now,
but the audience would boo as soon as we weren't talking.
Did you guys do live gigs actually then?
Oh yeah,
That's awesome. That's
we
great.
The album is a live album. The album was done at the Roxy.
Oh, that's
wild. Usually you go on the road for a year and then you do your live album. Here, the way they did it was, our first gig was our album.
Now, of course, Laverne and Shirley, the show, was set in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, right?
Yeah.
That's about 4.5, 5 hours from here. Did you guys ever do any gigs with Leather Tuscadero?
No, who is that?
You know, the girl that played. She was on Happy Days. Susie Quattro.
Oh, I see. I'll tell you, I'm so ignorant when it comes to Happy Days.
Oh, yeah.
I know there was Pinky Tuscadero, and I know it didn't work.
Yeah, she got busted recently, I heard, out there in California.
Yeah, she's a sad person, so.
She got in some trouble, I say. Did you get to write any of your lines as Squiggy?
In the beginning, we were sort of hired. We were hired to write Lenny and Squiggy into the script.
Oh, I see.
Because those were guys that Michael and I had been doing for like 9 years before.
That's wild. So basically, the characters were developed almost a decade before the show, even.
Yeah, we didn't know what we were developing it for. We thought, other than for our own amusement.
That's funny. So you and Michael, are you guys still friends?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's great, man. It'd be awesome to see a Lenny and the Squigtones reunion, you know?
Yes, we got those band. They're all still alive. We can bring them back.
Man, if you guys are ever interested, we can have an open door here at Rock 106 in Peoria. You guys can always come here and do it live, you know.
Well, it'd be good this way we wouldn't have to fight the paparazzi.
Hey, you know what they say, though, if it, well, that's true, but they say if it plays in Peoria, it'll play anywhere, man,
right.
You know? And maybe someday I can drive down to Milwaukee and we can cruise over to Arnold's for a malt or something, you know?
No, I don't know anything about Happy Days.
Well, okay, maybe we can go to the Pizza Bowl for a bar, a brew.
That, maybe I'd know a little more there.
Yeah, if Mr. DeFabio's still there, I'd like to, talk to him anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, can you do me a favor, man? Can you talk like Squiggy for like 1 second?
Well, for 1 second?
Okay, well, just a little sample of his Squigness for the fans of the old show out there.
Well, yeah, I can do that. I mean, if you're playing the Golden Oldies, I have to say, I grew up, near Belmont Avenue, in the Bronx, and that's where Dion and the Belmonts came from.
Oh, really?
So I have a request. The song is for Joanne, and she knows who I am. So play it.
His name is Squiggy. We love him, man.
Her name is Joanne.
I used to love when you'd walk into the room and they'd say something kind of derogatory, and then you'd walk in and go, hello.
Or they'd say something very positive, and I'd say hello. One way or the other, it didn't matter.
That was hilarious, man. That was a great character. Would you mind taking a call or two from some of our
Sure.
listeners? 686-9240. If you got a question for David Lander, I'm going to take them right now, so go ahead and call, man. I ain't got much time to wait for the phone lines to light up. 686-9240. We got one here, David. Let's see who this is.
Okay.
Rock 106, please don't cuss. Hello.
Hello.
How are ya? Well, there's one prank phone call. You know what, though? We do a segment on here, David, called Touch Tone Terrorization.
What
Well,
was that?
there was somebody calling up doing the hello thing.
Oh, are they any good?
No, I don't think so. Let's try one more. Rock 106, hello.
Yes, Gina.
Hey, Gina, do you have a question for Mr. David Lander?
Well, no.
Oh, you
I mean, I don't know. I just want to know if he got made fun of when he came down with the sickness. Made fun of.
Did you get made fun of at all when people found out you had MS?
Yeah, I don't know if it was made fun of. I think really what it was is people wondered what was wrong with me.
Right.
That's a form of making fun of you. I don't know. I think I think I saw people wonder, hey, how come you're walking funny? Or people thought I was doing some shtick
Right.
about a guy with a limp. And at times I tried to convince them, yeah, I'm being funny.
But I'm sure once they found out you had MS, no one made fun of you, though, right? I
So
mean,
once they found out I had MS, they all ran into a room, and now we can make fun of them.
good one.
Now that we know, let's make fun of them.
That's good.
Because I got made fun of when I was in high school for being retarded and stuff.
Yeah.
I was in special education.
Well, yeah. Well, and also in high school is like a whole other society of coolness.
Yes, it is indeed. I can attest to that fact. Gina, thank you very much for the call.
Bye.
Okay, if we got one more call coming in, we'll take one more if you'd like to do it. You never know what you're going to get on live radio. That's the thing,
true.
man. But that's the fun of it, though, too, you know?
Oh, that's what I like about it.
I love it. Let's see who this is. Rock 106, you're on the air with David Lander. Hello.
Yeah, man. Spinal Tap rule.
He's not in Spinal Tap, man.
No.
Oh, God. I tell you, these people just wait around for me to come on the air so they can terrorize me, David. Here's another one. Rock 106, hello. Let's give up on that. You know, anyway, you are the national spokesman for MS, and what does that entail? What are some of your responsibilities as far as being a spokesman?
Well, it's basically going to a lot of MS festivals and dealing with patient-doctor programs where the doctor will stand up and he'll tell you the latest developments in multiple sclerosis, and then I'll tell you my latest developments with my fight against MS.
I see.
And usually everyone has a pretty good time, and we exchange ideas and phone numbers, and that's what I do, and go around and do that, and go on radio shows like this and promote it. And I just finished writing a book called Fall Down Laughing, which will be available August 28th at a bookstore near you, me, and everybody else who has a bookstore.
Now, Barnes & Noble will have that book, I imagine.
They better.
Yeah, because we have a Barnes & Noble here in Peoria, and, of course, Bloomington right by Peoria.
Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll come by for a book burning.
No, that'd be great. If so, we'd have to have you come in the studio, you know, here
That's
at
right.
106, and maybe do some talk about the book on the air or something, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So it's called Fall Down Laughing. It's the new memoir from David Lander, coming out August 28th to a bookstore near you. And any current filming duties
Yeah,
in
I'm
the work?
going to Vancouver tomorrow to make a movie called Say It Isn't So.
Oh, yeah. Any other people we may recognize that will be in the movie?
What's her name?
J-
Some real big stars. They're so big even I never heard of them. No, they really are. Heather Graham.
Heather Graham?
Heather Graham is in it. She's
Okay.
wonderful. And I don't know, everyone says, and that guy from American Pie. So I don't know his name, but
No, I never caught that movie yet, man. I need to check that out.
well, then you don't know who I'm talking about anyway. So,
Exactly.
so we'll just leave it at that.
Hey, I'm lucky to know what anybody's talking about, David. You know what? I'm going to try to grab one more call. This call keeps lighting up. It must be important.
All right, I hope it asks an interesting question.
Yes, it better be. Hold on. Rock 106, it's David Lander. Oh, these people are just horrendous this evening. Come on, you people, give me a break, man. I'm bringing you a rock and roll show that you've never heard. Rock 106. Oh, well, never mind. Sorry about that, David. These people are just torturing me this evening. And,
What is that spitting I keep hearing?
It's people that are calling up and pranking us here, so.
Oh.
I don't know, man. But you know what? I want to say thanks a million for
Well, thank you, and
letting us talk to you this evening. And
thank you for not giving out my home phone number, because I don't want any of those people.
No, that comes later, Dave. No,
Oh, is that the way it works?
I'm just kidding. If you get prank phone calls, feel free to issue a lawsuit against me.
I will.
But I won't do that. I'm not Howard Stern.
No, I know that.
And I'm not a jerky boy either, man.
Yeah, I should hope not.
Although we did have one of the jerky boys on last week.
Right. Well, you know, they know what being jerky's all about.
Hey, thanks for making us laugh, and good luck with your health, with your family, and with your career. I'll be looking for the book on August 28th, and I will definitely buy a copy, Dave.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, thanks a lot, man.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care. There you have it, David Lander, the interview we've been waiting for a little while.